Natasha Thahane has been topping the Twitter trends list for a while now, and this comes after she said that the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture funded her studies abroad to the tune of more than 1 million rand. So in her interview on Podcast and Chill with Mac G, she revealed that she received over 1 million rands from the government after reaching out to politician Baleka Mbethe. So obviously this did not go down well with most South Africans, and she received a lot of heat as a result of this, and has been actually trending on Twitter week after week since she's made this revelation on the Podcast and Chill with Mac G. So after she has been topping trends lists, and prominent politicians such as Umusi Maimani have actually dragged her on Twitter or actually shared their thoughts relating to this matter, she actually did come out and give South Africa an apology, or she did come out rather and clarify the situation in which she denied everything that she had said, and actually further went and said that everything that she had said rather was taken out of context. So this is what she said in her apology.
Greetings, Sanbona. I would like to issue a public statement addressing some of the things that were said about my interview with McG regarding my funding to study in the US in 2017. I did not receive 1 million rand from Baleka Mbethe or the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. If you listen to the interview, you'll realize I was taken out of context. And before I even go through the process, I would profusely like to apologize to Baleka Mbethe and the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, because when I watched back with the interview and I listened, I realized that I spoke about her and got to have a personal relationship, which is not the case. She was at a meeting. I was in the building. I then approached her and I stated, I've been accepted to go study New Film Academy, and is there any advice you can give me regarding funding? She then advised me to explore the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture because they've got funding opportunities. That was my first conversation and my last conversation with her. She did not make any calls on my behalf. She did not send any emails on my behalf. And I apologize for diluting the entire scenario because I made it seem like I had a personal relationship with her, which is not the case.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is what Natasha Thahane said in relation to the allegations that people were making about her all over Twitter. She basically denied everything. She said that she did not have, or even does not have, a personal relationship with the Minister Baleka Mbethe, and that she merely approached her at some sort of a function where she asked her about what she could do to actually get funding, because she had obviously received this opportunities to study at the New York Film Academy, and then that's when the minister actually referred her to the departmental website where she could actually apply for funding. But obviously, I'm not buying anything that she is saying, and I think the whole of South Africa, based on everything that's being said about her on Twitter, none of South Africans, or no South Africans basically, are buying what she is trying to sell to South Africa. And this is purely because we all know about networking and celebrities having special networks and relationships with these politicians, and actually getting favors from these politicians based on their social status and them having a celebrity status. And that's exactly what is wrong with South Africa at the moment. If you do not have some sort of a societal power or influence, if you're not a celebrity, if you don't have pretty privilege, it is actually very, very difficult for you to actually gain funding from government, and it's actually very difficult for you to benefit, even with government tenders. We all know that they're issued not on a basis of merit, but on a basis of who do you know and what can you do for the person that knows you. So this is basically a clear example of how South Africa is run. There are lots of South African students that cannot go to university because they do not have the funds to go to university. So for the department to actually give Natasha an amount of 1 million rands, and Natasha, I would like to believe she's not really an artist that's struggling. She does have a lot of gigs. She does have, she's acting on a show on Netflix. She also has been acting on South African television screens for a long time. So I do believe that she could have somehow, in her own personal capacity, had, sort of gotten that 1 million rands in some shape or manner. But because she's who she is, and she's a celebrity, and she's influential, and because she's also beautiful, the department obviously saw nothing wrong with giving her an amount of 1 million rands when there are lots of South African people who are struggling. lots of South African students who do not have the financial means to actually get education, who actually are doing very, very well in terms of their academics. And this is actually so sad. If you were to know the exact figures of how many people cannot go to university because they don't have funding, and they're not asking for an amount of 1 million rands, they're only asking for, X amount of money to study at X university in South Africa. It's really sad to know that the department would actually prioritize giving money to a celebrity who is otherwise fairly well off versus giving money or spreading that 1 million rands towards students across South Africa who don't have even a penny to go to university. But tell me what you think in my comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next upload.